Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is AlintheaYoh coming at you with a card discussion today about Dimensional Barrier. Now, I know it's surprising, I haven't actually done a discussion about Dimensional Barrier before, even though it's been out for ages and been announced. So, without further ado, I'm going to talk about my opinions about it. So, Dimensional Barrier is a normal trap card and its effect reads as follows. Declare one monster card type: Ritual, Fusion, Synchro XZ, or Pendulum. For the rest of this turn, neither player can special summon monsters of the declared type. Also, negates the effects of all monsters of that type while they're on the field. You can only activate one Dimensional Barrier once per turn. So first off, I really like the artwork of this card. It's got like Free the Match's General, Running Captain, and the Gaga Giga Gago card on it there. The Risen, I think it is, the XZ version. It's a really cool card, and I just always like having Free the Match's General on cards because he always just looks awesome. So going on to the effect, you basically declare a type of monster. And then for the rest of that turn, those types of monsters can't be summoned, and then their effects can't be activated. So it's a really powerful effect. Obviously, they didn't put in that effect monsters just in general, because now that might be just that little bit too much ridiculous, because that just means you can call out your opponent on absolutely everything they just cannot play. Now, you might say that might be the same thing for some decks like Fluffles or Burning Abyss or different decks like that really rely on one type of summoning mechanic. It is very much a Floodgate, and it's probably one of the most anticipated Floodgate cards that is coming out in this set, and it has been for quite a while. I believe it's going to be a staple in so many decks. It's not even funny. The power levels of this card is just absolutely amazing, and being able to control what your opponent is trying to do, what they are trying to summon and what they're trying to activate is just maybe a little bit too powerful, if you ask me. I can see this card 100% getting hit at some point. It's just like one of those cards that is just a little bit too powerful, because it works both ways in the fact that when you're in a strong position, if you have established a big board and your opponent basically has to make a play this turn, otherwise they lose the duel, you basically flip over Dimensional Barrier, call their main summoning mechanic or effect mechanic and say, so this is my game then, yeah? The type of decks this could go into is probably every single deck around. Unless you are playing a turbo type deck and you do not need traps or anything like that, then maybe that might be for you. However, I think this should be going into pretty much any deck that people can get their hands on, because it is going to be one of those meta-defining cards that you will be seeing around that's just going to absolutely destroy and change the face of the game as we know it. Personally, that's what I think. Because there are no other cards like it. There are cards that kind of do the same thing, whereas you can stop the summoning with like a Vanity's Emptiness if it is a special summon. You can stop the effects with like Skill Drains and Fiendish Chains, but the problem with them is, one, normally they can be susceptible to back row destruction, whereas this is just a normal trap card that you can activate. It's a reactive card. Two, it has a lot more flexibility in the fact that not only can it negate effects, it can stop summoning as well. And that is just like two of the most powerful stopping forces in this game. It would only be worse if you said that you couldn't respond to the card's activation, but then that would just be a little two-step far and I'd be going to Konami, nope, stop it, you've had enough now. Overall, this card is just absolutely amazing, and it's one that if you do get a chance to get a hold of, if you are going into the competitive scene, I would really recommend you getting one of these, because I wouldn't be surprised if the price just keeps going up and up and up. So I want to know what you guys think of Dimensional Barrier. Do you think it is a really good card, or do you just think it's actually something that is overhyped and isn't really going to be used all that much? Because on paper it looks great, but in practicality it isn't all that. So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I should catch you guys later.